Hello again, everybody. I'm Ed Robinson, and welcome to another edition of Robinson Responds. I'm here to give you my thoughts on Sunday's Week 12 NFL action. Sunday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles went up against the Los Angeles Rams. The Eagles were dominant, beating the Rams 37-20. This game was all about Saquon Barkley. 26 carries for 255 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And he also had 4 catches for 47 yards. You talk about somebody that has made a huge difference, someone that has been a big X factor for an offense like the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley is the X factor. You've got Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert. All of those gentlemen bring a uniqueness to that Philadelphia offense. But Saquon Barkley is the X factor. He's the difference maker, and he has opened up a world of opportunities for this Eagle offense this season. This puts him up there in the race to win this year's league MVP. I put him at the top slightly, but Derrick Henry from the Baltimore Ravens isn't too far behind. And also Derrick's teammate Lamar Jackson is in the mix as well. And you can also put Josh Allen in there as well. But I think it's going to be the running backs this year. The race is going to be tight between Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. Saquon Barkley was that dude during his time with the New York Giants. And it still amazes me that Saquon was not given a long-term contract. And instead, the former quarterback Daniel Jones was given a long-term deal. And Saquon was only given a 1-year franchise tag. And Saquon Barkley made it perfectly clear that all he ever wanted to be was a New York Giant. He wanted to be a Giant, but the Giants didn't necessarily want him. And you know how that happened, right? Former quarterback Daniel Jones, he got the contract extension. Daniel's relationship with the Giants has ended. Saquon got the 1-year franchise tag, becomes a free agent. Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, they rolled out the red carpet for Saquon and welcomed him down I-95 down the New Jersey Turnpike and signs with the rival Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon, I don't know, for some reason this year, he just seems that he has a pep in his step. He moved fast when he was with the Giants, but he just moved so much faster as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. There's a saying that goes that sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is only greener where you water it. But in this part, the grass is green on the other side. And certainly the grass is greener on the other side for Saquon Barkley since he's become a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. And definitely, he has earned it. Nothing has been given to him in Philly. He has definitely earned his stripes and earned his keep as a member of that team and being so vital and being a very important part of that offense for the Eagles. So again, the running back, Saquon Barkley, 26 carries for 255 yards, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns, and he had 4 catches for 47 yards. Jalen Hurts completed 15 out of 22 passes for 179 yards and a touchdown pass, and he had 12 carries for 39 yards. A.J. Brown had 6 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown. On the defensive side, Nakobe Dean recorded 5 tackles and a sack. Milton Williams recorded 2 sacks, and Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham both recorded a sack. I have some unfortunate news about Brandon Graham in just a moment. But as far as the other side is concerned for the Rams, quarterback Matthew Stafford completed 24 out of 36 passes for 243 yards and 2 touchdown passes. And Puka Nacua had 9 catches for 117 yards. So again, the final score was in Sunday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles 37, the Los Angeles Rams 20. I mentioned earlier about some unfortunate news for Brandon Graham. The longtime Eagles defensive end suffered a torn triceps and will be out for the rest of the season. Now, Graham did say that this year would be his last season. However, he did not rule out the possibility of a return for the 2025 season. So we'll see how that all happens. Again, at the beginning of, during the off season and even at the beginning of the year, he was adamant that this season would be his final one in the NFL, but he did say that he would not rule out the possibility of returning for the 2025 season. So this should be interesting now that he suffered a torn triceps and is out for the season, how that will weigh in on his decision of whether he wants to stick to retirement or maybe come back next season. Also, some other scores from Week 12 Sunday action. We had the Green Bay Packers just dominant in their win over the San Francisco 49ers. Green Bay, all of their ducks in a row. San Francisco did not have their ducks in a row. No Brock Purdy. Brandon Allen filled in for him. And, you know, the offense, they did the best they could, but it just wasn't enough. George Kittle made plays. Deebo Samuel was shut out for most of, really the whole contest. Jawan Jennings, he made plays when it was necessary, but Green Bay was just too good. Their defense was just explosive. Jordan Love made necessary plays. Josh Jacobs in that running game was just ferocious, and the crowd at Lambeau was just in a raucous. When are they not in a raucous, right? With the Packers marching on the victory, beating the 49ers 38-10. Also, we had the Seattle Seahawks beating the Arizona Cardinals 16-6. We had the Denver Broncos rolling along, beating the Las Vegas Raiders 29-19. Bo Nix improving week by week. I still think Jaden Daniels may have the upper hand in the Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Bo Nix has been looking much better week in and week out, and we'll see what happens, but it could be a tight race going down to the end of the year between Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix in terms of who wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. We had the Detroit Lions marching on the victory, beating the Indianapolis Colts 24-6. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New York Giants 30-7. New quarterback, no more Daniel Jones. In comes Tommy DeVito. New quarterback, same problems. Malik Neighbors, wide receiver for the Giants, expressed his frustration, said the offense was soft, and it said that, you know, DJ would be referring to Daniel Jones was not the problem. We'll see how it all plays out, but right now it's just a mess with the Giants right now. The Kansas City Chiefs win another close one, beating the Carolina Panthers 30-27. The Miami Dolphins get another victory, beating the New England Patriots 34-15. The Tennessee Titans upset the Houston Texans 32-27. So for the Titans, quarterback Will Levis completed 18 out of 24 passes for 278 yards. He had 2 touchdown passes, and he had an interception. On a losing end for the Texans, quarterback C.J. Stroud completed 20 out of 33 passes for 247 yards, and he had 2 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. So Tennessee beating their AFC South rival Texans, that was an upset, right, that no one, including me, saw that one coming, but hey, any given Sunday in the National Football League. The Minnesota Vikings beat the Chicago Bears in overtime, 30-27. So for the Vikings, John Parker Romo kicked the game-winning field goal. And as for Sam Darnold, Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold, he completed 22 out of 34 passes for 330 yards and 2 touchdown passes. And we had a very wacky and insane game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. So with less than 30 seconds left in the game, quarterback Jaden Daniels threw an 86-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Terry McLaurin to cut the Cowboys' lead 27-26. However, kicker Austin Seibert would miss the extra point. And then on the next play, Dallas would score a kick return touchdown on a Washington onside kick, giving Dallas a 34-26 win. So you talk about twists and turns and a roller coaster of a game. It was pretty much low scoring up until the middle of the third quarter when Dallas got going on offense. Cooper Rush made the necessary plays, and, you know, Cooper held his own for the most part. CeeDee Lamb this game. If anybody that's still, I wouldn't say check. I would say CeeDee Lamb has checked. He's checked out, but he's also checked in for much of the season as well, and he was definitely checked in for this game against the Commanders. So as far as Washington is concerned, Jaden Daniels continued to go through his growing pains. Terry McLaurin, he came alive late in the game. And as far as injuries were concerned, Brian Robinson Jr., he suffered an ankle injury in the first quarter. He returned to action, but was not effective. The injury was still bothering him. And then within the last seconds of the game, backup running back Austin Eckler suffered a concussion while returning a kick, and he's going to be out for a significant amount of time due to a concussion. Also, Brian Robinson Jr., he's going to be out for some time due to an ankle injury. Robinson returned a few weeks ago from a hamstring injury, so when you talk about the bread and butter of Washington's offense, aside from Jaden Daniels being a dual threat, that running game is so crucial to that team with Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler. And as for the Dallas Cowboys, I don't know if this game is going to save their season, but they needed this victory after all that's happened with them for much of the year. It's just been turmoil. It's just been a nosedive. And I don't know going forward if Cooper Rush is going to be the guy, or maybe Trey Lance could get in. I know Trey got some action in the game against Washington. Again, the Dallas Cowboys, they're just a soap opera. It just never ends. So you just never know with them. But continuing rivalry of the Dallas and Washington, Cowboys beating the Commanders 34-26. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.